Hi there guys, this is Cassandra on River One Time and I'm so glad you're here. Today we are doing the monthly favorites video. I wanted to kind of look back over my pictures while we do this so I can keep track of when April started and when it ends. I have been actually back at my old job to kind of help with them, would help with them and help obviously a little financially as well, but I normally don't know what day it is, and like time is just weebly wobbly. If you have a toddler and like you don't go like and work a normal structured job, it's like I work random days, night shift usually, and it's just like things are crazy sometimes, and I'll be like, oh no, tomorrow's May, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I can't, like, I'm trying to think back over April and I'm like, was that April or was that March, you know? So I'm gonna keep myself kind of straight by looking over here. That's what I'm looking at, is just like my photos from this month. I do know that I spent a lot of this month doing readings, which thank you everybody who got a reading this month. I had an absolute blast with them. The Notion readings have become like one of my favorite things. I was talking to someone and I realized it's like creating a MySpace page. I felt like I was creating like a MySpace or like a Pixo page where, because like I'm like putting a cover photo, I'm putting a song, I'm putting like the moon phase, the crystals I used, like I'm adding all the photos and journal prompts and like the actual reading, but it's just like it's such a MySpace. It's such a MySpace page and I really love it. And I will not say who, but I got to do a reading for someone I like really admire as a person and like as an artist, and I felt I felt like really special. So that was like probably the coolest thing that happened this month, and I felt really blessed for the opportunity to do a reading for someone that like I really admire, and to be well received. I've had so many people say really kind things about, like, they see the love I put in them, and that feels like super special. So little readings with Cassie tangent, but that's been a really special part of this month. It's also been something that's kept me pretty busy. So a lot of my decks are actually readings. I do pick a deck readings where like you pick the deck. So like a lot of the time I'm getting like decks chosen for me, but I got a couple this month that were like I got to pick. They're like, oh, whatever you're feeling, like you choose for me, dealer's choice. And I'm like so that was exciting too. But it's cool because it's like the decks in the shop, so no matter what deck you pick, they're my favorite decks. So we love all of you. We love all of you, but my shop decks are like some of my favorite decks, and then also like available for the shop. So anyways, what else did I do this month? We had a lot of springing time. It finally became spring this month, like for real, not like the push again, pull again, it's Ohio and it's gonna turn winter, but it actually was spring this month. We planted our garden. I don't know how to share photos on a video. I'm gonna try to figure it out, and if I do figure it out, there will be probably here pictures. This is the first time I've personally like gardened. It's been over 10 years ago now that I lost my mom and my grandma. So those were the two people that I would garden with. And it's just like something I just lost that connection to. And I like this, when you don't think about like having, like, you don't teach someone something because like you think about them like you not being there anymore. So it's not like I didn't have a lot of knowledge. Like I did stuff with them, but like I didn't know the stuff, and we didn't have like the learning time, I guess. So it's just always been something I didn't know enough about. It's like, I know enough to like get in the dirt, but like I didn't know enough to like feel confident in doing it myself. But me and my son, and we called in our papa, so my dad, and we decided we were going to start a garden. And we have currently peas, carrots, and lettuce. And then we have like a wildflower pot, like a big, big old one. And we also are going to be planting, we're waiting until May, but we're planting cucumbers, marigolds, and lavender. So that's going to be fun too. And I'm just, they're growing. I was like, they're not going to grow. Like, we're going to plant them and they're not going to come up. And they're just like sprouting, and it just felt like magic. So if you're wondering where I got my magic from this month, that's been it. The tulips also, my dad planted me tulips like a couple years ago, and they come up every year. So beautiful, so strong, and so beautiful, 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 beautiful. You'll actually see like a sneak peek of my tulips in the altar video that will be going up actually as I'm probably recording right now. So those are the tulips he planted me. My dad is a sweetie pie. There was a lot of outside time. It was just like, we ran for it. I did obviously several videos, so I'm always here on YouTube, always like recording and having a good old time. I'm trying to think. I didn't do anything artsy this month. That is something I missed, but I was creating plants. I was gardening. I am really excited to share some of the new decks that I got in. I'm going to be doing a deck haul soon, so I won't show you in this video, but I am, because I also have a couple more coming. I ended up I am not addicted to shopping per se, but I do have a hard time when something's going out of print, not buying it before it goes out of print. I mean, like, I am still kicking myself for not buying Spolia when it was like a thing. Like years ago, I was like, I'll probably get around to it. Like, I have enough decks right now, and I didn't buy it. And now it's going for like $1,000 on eBay. I just want it. I don't want to pay $1,000. I wish I could like reach out to the creator. Like, I think the reason they didn't like end up like doing another printing is because they just like shipping it and dealing with all that stuff is not what they want to do. I'd be like, hey, you do the reprint, I'll ship it out. Like, send them to me, I will do it. I will do this work. I want this deck. Obviously I can't do that. I'm not going to bug somebody like that, but if you're watching, no, I'm kidding. They would obviously not be watching this video. But I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. That's like the blessed. I've had a really good month. It's like, it's one of those months where it's like we're getting on the other side of winter and my soul is just dancing. I just did, hey, it is still technically April. I can show you I did a deck mod yesterday. I actually showed my members the behind the scenes of me doing this, but I trimmed Tara of the Sweet Twilight, and it's so perfectly cute. Now again, it's never going to be perfect with me, and I'm okay with that. This is my growth as a human being. Being okay if something's not absolutely perfect, but I think it's pretty good. And then also I edged it in this like greeny color that matches. Isn't that so cute? But hold on. We're all upside down. I'll just I literally am so obsessed with it. Here, I'll just show you some of the, I think they turned out so good. And having like a little mini copy without the borders, delicious. I really like this green. I used the same highlighters that I used for my Outgrow Yourself edging. Like, I edged Outgrow Yourself with the highlighters. Where are they at, actually? I will show you. I got the like pastel version of these because I like pastel colors, but this is the yellow I used for Outgrow Yourself, and this is the green. It was like a pack, but I was really excited. My son wanted to also edge a deck with me while I was doing it. He was really excited about it. And I was like, oh no, do I have one? So I let him do the universal weight. He did one card and he was over it. So now I have to edge the rest of the universal weight like in a 10. So I'm going to be doing that soon. I can't just have one. That's just, it'll bother me. Now that will bother me. There's a difference. Like I used to not use stuff, or I wouldn't do stuff because I would like everything had to stay perfect and pristine. I never wanted to lose anything or use it up anything, stuff like that. And I've been actually like some of my work, my nose itches so bad. I'm sorry. Let me itch it. But something that like has actively been me working on that is doing stuff like this, like trimming decks. And like I make myself spray my perfume every day, and it's just like little things like that. Wearing white. This shirt has gotten so dingy, and I want you to know I had this shirt for at least a year before I wore it for the first time because it was white, and I was like, I can't stain it. And now it has stains on it, and my son has helped a lot with that, letting go of that. Like things can't be perfect, and it's been very like releasing almost said prospect, but process. And really I've loved all of my deck mods that I've done. So I definitely would start with like, I mean, Terror of the Sweet Twilight, it's like a $20 deck. So like this would be like a really low risk, but I'll have to show you one day what I use and stuff. Actually, I think I talked about this before. Boho Tarot, Dawn Michelle, did a video about like deck modding and like what she uses, and that's what I bought. I bought the like pull down like trimmer, and then I bought the edge trimmer that she had as well. So that's where I got my information at. But let me think. I don't know what, side note, that those notifications, I have no idea what that is. I feel, I don't know what just happened. Nothing popped up. Okay. In April though, I did a terrible job at journaling. I was so busy this month. It felt crazy. I've been picking up shifts at Donato's. I used to manage at a pizza place. You probably don't know what Donato's is, but I used to manage at a pizza place it was actually my first job. My uncle was like the general manager, and I've worked there for like 15 years now, and I stopped working there like a year ago or 2 years ago, something like that. And I was kind of still on payroll, and like he had called me a couple times like over the year, and like I'd come in for like a shift for an emergency. And then just recently he needs knee surgery, and he fell at work, and I came in as like an emergency so he could go to the hospital, and he's okay, but he really has to go get knee surgery now, and I've been going in and helping him so that he's not like doing the most by himself. So I go in like on his like long shifts and his night shifts and stuff, and I'll work and like kind of pick up some of the work so he can not push his body so hard. So that has taken a lot of time though. And also, again, I was doing a lot of readings. I've been doing a lot of videos and recording. You'll see some of my, like, honestly, most of my private practice in the past like 2 months I've recorded, just because like I love to share it with you. I also think the best when I'm talking. It's probably the Gemini. It's all the air in my chart. I have the gift for gab, is what my grandma used to tell me. But I mean, if you got it, I guess. Something that I also did was I spent a little bit of time, like I probably saw my best friend like once a week. At least we try to get together, and we'll like do a little coffee date or something. And so Obviously I did spend a little free time there. I don't know what everybody else does, but I don't get out of the house a lot. I have a toddler. I hermit here. It's really just me and my son, and then like for like 90% of the time, that's just us living our best little life. We'll go out on walks, and we are gardening again. Yesterday when I was edging my deck, he was coloring in my, this is a real chatty one, guys, I'm sorry, but he was like just coloring in my little planner here with the other ones, and we were dancing and singing. And there's this like sound from TikTok, I think it is like I love this little life or something, or I love this little life. I don't know, that's me. Me just loving my little life. And I think the solar eclipse would have been is that March or April? I don't know. But we're in my journaling, and I did a little crossword puzzle and some kind of carefree timelessness check-in, like things that give me that feeling. Marcellus is sweet love. My son is he's just a love bug. He's magic. Snuggles, my frog and toad adventures with my best friend. And she likes to make me like sandwiches and coffee and stuff when we are at like her house, and that's really sweet to me. Sweet comments from you, actually, and like conversations with my tarot friends and community, recording videos, times with my dad and son and brother, being silly with Marcellus, rocking. He still will let me rock him every now and again. He does this cute little thing that it's like, he'll give me a kiss, and like based off of what he's eating or drinking, it'll be like yogurt kiss or pizza kiss. He's the best thing that's ever happened. Journaling, being outdoors, dancing, singing, coffee dates, talking with my friends, a riffle in time, inspired creative time, quiet moments, desk time, the sun coming through my window, the tulips blooming, my partner just always rooting for me, supporting me, feeding me. He's just so yeah. What's important. And I have like a little picture thing of all of us and all the things. And then also, I don't know if you saw the YouTube, I was working on my YouTube schedule, and I put it in my journal, why not? But YouTube has been something that's been bringing me a lot of joy, because again, I've just gotten a lot of people from YouTube. I'm sorry. I have a lot of air in my chart, but there has to be a lot of water in there too that I just am not paying attention to, because I am definitely an emotional gal. I did the month ahead, April. This is my tarot one. The month ahead in April, and didn't do anything else until that inner child big feeling spread that I did the other day that you haven't seen yet, actually. I will be posting that soon. It was, I did it with a playful heart. That was good. I want to give you a little sneaky peeky of, I think I shared just like a picture in my stories about it, and then on the private I did a walkthrough. We're going to get into the decks now, but this is a deck that I've been super excited to get. And it's so cool. It's in French, so this guidebook, this beautiful guidebook, I will have to like either translate or just completely learn French is where I'm headed. But I want to show you a little of this deck. It's so beautiful. I love the like full nature-y, like, it reminds me, it gives me like Women Who Run with Wolves, I think is I always mess up the title of that one, but I think at least, but it gives me that kind of vibe, and I'm really excited to to get in it with this deck. I have not like done more than a reading with it yet because it's like brand spanking new, but I've really been excited about this one. I was like looking for it. I didn't want to, I wanted to get it used, and I was not, it's also kind of difficult to try to get it like, to get decks outside of the country sometimes that are like mass market, because this isn't, I don't know who that publisher is, but I was able to get a copy used, and that was really cool. And like literally it had like the smallest amount of damage on the box. I still paid as much for it as you get it on Amazon, but I was able to get it used here, and you know I love to get a good used deck. Also, if you're watching this, and I know somebody in my circle, and I'm going to post it on Instagram too. Someone in my circle was looking for a used copy of Iris. I got a copy that I sent out that ended up getting damaged, and I replaced it for the person. But you know, I don't care about damaged boxes at all. Literally, the only thing I could find on the card, there's one card that has like, I don't even know if it'll show up on camera. It's like the smallest little like, but other than that, it's a never used deck. It's never been used. If you are the person looking for that, I'm going to put this on my pre-loved section of my website. And like, obviously I'll list that it's like a second sale kind of vibe where like it's got a boo-boo, but if not, I'm going to have 2 copies of Iris, and I don't care. I'll do it. I'll do it if I have to. I can't, or maybe I'll let mine go because the box for mine is fine. Maybe I'll do that. It's like, I'll pass along mine and I'll keep I feel like my cards are more worn though than, yeah, like it's like my cards are more worn than that. It almost looks like you were like riffle shuffling it and you got like a little boo-boo on the card. You know how like sometimes you can kind of like, not a full chip, but anyways, that is something I wanted to say today. This is the most random video of anyone's life. I don't even know what's happening. I'm just like, my son's sick again. I'm not even joking with you guys. He's sick again. It's been like a couple of nights of just like not very restful sleep because he's like been coughing so much, and he also, when he's sick, he sleeps with me. He's my sweet bug. And as always, we're going to talk about Outgrow Yourself, but today we're talking about Outgrow Yourself paired up. I paired up for a reading. Now, I think 2 of these combos were from readings. Actually, are all of these from readings? I did them in a reading and then couldn't stop using them because I fell into an obsession. Okay, so it was Poesis, Outgrow Yourself, and Fifth Spirit. I don't know if I could love anything with Outgrow, like I didn't think I could love with anything with Outgrow Yourself more than I already love. Like I've always told you I really like Color Outside Your Lines with Outgrow Yourself, but I don't know what it is, but the readings were so delicious too. I can't explain. So the reading I did for someone else, 10 out of 10 reading, and then I kept using it for myself, 10 out of 10. They were just like such like, I hope you know what I'm saying. I really like it. I really like it. I do. Okay, so let's put these back here. But I just love, I love finding new pair ups, and like, how cool is it? Like being inspired of a pair up through like other people, you know, just like sharing the community. And it's like, it's cool too because a lot of times people choose their pair ups based off of, it's like, oh, I have this one deck, I want to see if this will look good together and see if they like read well together. I'm like, I think that's so cool. I'm getting real, I have to pull a card. I don't know why. I was told. I just do what I'm told, people. And I just was sitting there, I was like, pull a card from Outgrow Yourself right now. So we're pulling a card. And so if this is for you and me and you and Zaboomafoo. One of these days, I'm gonna like, I just say and do things, and then after I'm like, wow, that was weird. I'm going to have to cut them together though. Like my little, we call them my Cassiisms. Woo! And we got some reflection here. The grass is greener on the other side. This one always gives me vibes of like, because when you hear the grass is greener on the other side, it's always like you're thinking of like someone else's yard. I think the grass is greener on the other side of like the introspection of like looking at something from a different perspective. Like if you have a poor kind of perspective on something right now, like turn it on its head. That's the message. That's the message. If something sucks right now, can we find something, like another way to look at it? Can you focus on something else? Like, don't focus on the suck is what I'm getting from that. So it might be raining today, and like gloomy, but guess what? My garden's growing. So next up was Color Visions. Actually, I'm going to be posting a video about this soon too. Color Visions was the newest deck in the shop this month, and I went haywire and just paired a ton of stuff with it. But I did a reading with these immediately. This was my favorite pairing. Actually, can we just stop for a minute? Like, it's so funny. I like almost picked this up. It's so good. It can't not be good. It's the perfect. It's so good. It's so beautiful. But I did a reading with that. But I also threw in visions into a ton of readings this month. I don't know. It was between me, like a couple times I chose it, a couple times other people chose. I read with visions more than I think I ever have. I was almost like every day at this point. But I also like this combo here was really cool because you have so much color, and then I had this black and white in the middle, and it was just it. And it felt like really cool with the like white in the hair. I don't know how to explain it, but I was really digging this. But the only other deck I felt like I used like a lot of was White Newman. I got to use that deck for a reading for the first time ever for someone else. I'd never read with it for someone else before. And the person I was talking about earlier, who I admire very much, chose that deck for the reading. And then someone else chose it later, which I thought was crazy. All the times I've been doing readings for other people and I've never used it, and then again twice this month. And then so I obviously had to use it myself because it gives me like I've said this before, like Legend of Zelda vibes. I feel like I could see some of these people like in the Gerudo Desert, or like, you know, like this belongs. But honestly, I was so surprised how like there's decks I have that I don't want to read for others with, and there's decks that aren't really nice to others. It feels like it's like too straightforward for the average person. Like I would have to know them first, but this was like a good balance of like honest but like loving. It was a sweet one. But also, since I don't read with it a lot, it was just cool to get to read with it. Is there anyone or anything else The world may never know at this point. I don't know. I just know we were outside so much. My current hyperfixation is ramen and grilled cheese still. A couple months in the running now, so I've been eating that every day, if you want to know something silly. What I think I was just talking about that actually recently. Maybe even in a video. I did the 25 wacky questions VR from Lisa, so I might have been talking about that there. Oh, my son got to go in a bouncy house this month. He was so excited. He is the bouncy house boy. Also, I got Numinous back. I got Numinous back in stock. Where are you, baby? Oh, you would have moved up here. Oh, gosh. You can see that me organizing my shelves back up from the collection videos really did something for me. But Numinous is back, and I'm so excited. I also really like this with Color Visions. I did this Color Visions and Threadbound, which is its like actual Oracle pair up. I loved it. I loved it so much. I'm not going to get it back out because I need to go down and eat my ramen and grilled cheese, which is actually done already. And I've just been having too much fun chatting with you. I'm trying to think, is there anything else, guys? Oh, probably the coolest and the best thing of this month. I started the memberships, and I have a few members, which I didn't think I was going to get any members. But I have a few members, and it's been like really magical. Everybody introducing themselves on the IG and like posting there and talking and being able to see what they're seeing, like what they're posting and sharing, and just that's been the magic too. It's like your wildest dreams, you know, my wildest dreams. And this is something that, again, I've talked to you guys about my little tarot and tea shop and the memberships. The idea behind it is that like I don't have like free income that I can like save to put towards that, but I was like, maybe if I did memberships, like I could just like squirrel away a little bit at a time, and then maybe one day I could like make the shop happen. So it's been really cool to have like my community contributing to my community space that I want to build, you know? It's like planting seeds magic, you know? I love you. That's it for April. I don't know. I don't even know what I've talked about. I've just been having a jolly good time talking to you. And I'm gonna go eat because I'm really hungry. I love you.